DTLT Today. For those of us who wave, and for those of us who don't care to wave. So this is a kind of an interesting show, as you might imagine. We have people, foreigners, in our midst here at DTLT. Virginia doesn't take kindly to foreigners. But we have some. But for many of you, these foreigners are familiar. They're familiar foreigners. People I'm used to being taunted on Twitter by, or harassed on DS106 from, or even claim that I'm not listening.
It's more fun.
When Rowan Peters really the one who's not listening. But obviously, we have the great Giulia Forsythe, Alan Levine, and do I need to even introduce
introductions necessary?
Dr. Garcia, who is here
the one,
in
the only.
Fredericksburg.
With her sporty
Peace, love, and
ponytail.
understanding.
And we're on DS106 TV today.
I was listening to the radio.
Oh, DTLT Today.
Yeah.
She's listening to the radio.
Let me ask you something.
That's what I do.
Gina.
That's what I do.
Yeah, get off the radio. We've moved forward.
Oh,
It's
okay.
TV.
All right.
But what's today's show about? What are we going to be dealing with?
Today's show, we're gonna do a little recap of the Bavastock East Coast, Bavastock, the sleepless time zone experience for the past 24 hours, and give a little forecast of what to expect over the next few days. And then we're also going to just give a sneak peek at what the DS106 Radio Telethon is going to look like and sound like, more importantly, this coming Monday.
Monday.
What about this chair? Can we speak to this chair for a second? This was your brainchild, so let's talk a little bit about the chair.
The chair represents
You.
the
Definitely
missing man.
We want
It's like
you.
the missing man formation.
Missing tiny man formation.
Come on, we're working with what we got here.
No, so you'll be sitting here to me. Just imagine yourself in this chair. Very
On the cuddle
slim,
couch. On the cuddle couch.
Next to me getting
At
hot.
Bavastock.
Yeah.
Zach said challenge accepted, so I expect
There you
to
go.
see a Photoshop very
It's
soon.
on. Very
I'm clocking
soon.
him.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right on. So Jim, what is your take on Bavastock so far? You know, you and I had started ramping up a couple days ago. With some really late night casts, and then Alan got here 2 days ago, and then Giulia and I arrived just yesterday. How do you think things are going so far?
I think they're going brilliantly. It's been the right level of debauchery, but also doing some work and hanging out. So it's been a lot of kind of relaxed, but then at night we ramp it up when we go. And I'm excited for tonight. We did our Italian restaurant. We had a great dinner. Everyone was laughing. Went back to the man shed for another 4 hours or 3 hours. We went crazy.
Yeah.
But then we turned it down around 2 or 3, though you probably kept it running well after that.
You know, I watched a little Jaws.
And then we woke up this morning. Julia had my kids taking pictures around the house, which was
Good
awesome.
stuff. Yeah.
His daughter is a great photographer.
And I think it's
I
awesome.
put him on Flickr. The
Yeah.
picture.
To have
Good,
all
yeah.
these people who I talk about to my family all the time actually in the house
Yeah.
and interacting and seeing, you know.
Your family is awesome.
I love your family.
It's
Everybody.
fun to
Yeah.
see this.
Your kids are
I'm
magic.
having a blast.
So I was laying in the inside man den on the floor on an inflatable mattress that was loaned to.
That wasn't really inflating that well.
Yeah, and so it inflated. And this morning I woke up basically sleeping on a piece of plastic on the wood floor. And so I was kind of dazing in and out of sleep, and every once in a while I'd hear, "Buongiorno," through the door.
Buongiorno.
But like really, really little. Or like,
Was it a little person? Yeah.
or like, Dr. Garcia.
That's Miles.
And then it was, hi. And it was like about every half an hour or so.
Did you get a hug when you woke up? Because
Oh,
the
yeah,
hugs
of
are
course.
the
He
best.
is the gentlest soul, that
Yeah.
one.
He is. The first morning I was here, he just kind of
So
slid
sweet.
down next to the bed of me. I thought it was like there's a cat on the bed.
He loves having people over. He's
So nice,
anything but
yeah.
shy.
Yeah,
I mean, he
he's
just
super
loves
good.
the whole thing.
He's a people
Yeah.
man.
And so he's
Really
like
sweet.
fired up. My kids love this right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
So
We're
this
gonna
is
have a
great.
good time. So tonight we're heading over to Martha's house, and her family are hosting an evening of martinis and chili, a little bonfire.
Martinis.
Martinis.
Bonfires,
excuse me,
music,
little
yeah.
bonfire scenario. We're gonna pick up some marshmallows.
This could be the
Uh,
real
some
Bavastock
vino.
tonight.
Yeah.
She does live on a farm.
She does.
This could be where we, get partially naked and dance around a fire circle.
Yeah, this could get crazy.
Like
quick.
a real campfire. You need to bring your guitar.
I got it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring my tambourine and rhythm sticks. No, they go like this. Click, click, click.
Is that how they go?
Well, they don't go chicka,
I didn't
chicka,
know
chicka,
rhythm.
chicka.
I didn't know rhythm stick was really a thing. I
It
thought
really,
it was like
it really is.
I thought it was an innuendo. It's weird to think that there's really such a thing as a rhythm stick.
Yeah.
I always thought it was
Wow.
something
And so
else.
when I tweeted, I'm bringing my rhythm sticks, you were really excited for
Jim's
that.
like, I
I was
got
like,
mine ready.
You know what? This got crazier than I thought. We're going transgender and everything.
Nice. All right, so let's switch gears now and talk about Monday.
I'm getting excited about Monday, frankly. What's going on Monday?
So Tim is out of town, and we know that he is the mastermind behind DTLT Today, television and
technical
video.
support,
He's
not
a
the
technical.
mastermind.
He's a technical support mastermind. Comite.
He's a technical support.
He makes the shit happen.
And what we decided in the last 24 hours is that the telethon is actually, as we know, is for the radio station. So the most important thing about the telethon is going to be the sound. So it's actually going to be a telethon on the radio, not the TV.
I can't believe there's been a disjunction between the radio and TV as soon as you got here. I love that. There's like, the radio is the little redheaded stepchild. I mean, the TV is the redheaded stepchild. And here comes the radio. I love it.
The first child.
Gina has become Commandante right away.
So basically what's going to happen is we're going to go on Monday, and we're going to start broadcasting whenever we rally, and we are going to stay on the air with the hopes of garnering at least 106, a la DS106 Radio, pledges for money and or other in-kind support for the radio station.
Anything you want.
Anything you want. And we're hoping that we will receive these 106 pledges by 4 o'clock, when we can go on live with DTLT Today, announce the pledges, announce our successes, and then also at that moment show what the swag will be that all of our pledgers will receive from us at some point in the
And we'll be
undefined
entertaining
future.
you through DS106 Radio and maybe even the TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Throughout the day.
Yes. And so we're kind of thinking about the telethon as more of an old-time radio, where stories will be told, there'll be skits, there'll be singing, dancing, mayhem, etc. through the radio, with some possible glimpses behind the scenes coming to you live on the stream of video.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's going to be
that's-
fun. I
that's
think we're
the
going to have some
vision.
tuxedos in here. We're going to have a hypnotist trick, I heard.
Yeah, we're going to try some hypnotism.
Mhm.
We're going to tell some stories, probably make some
We
stuff.
might even have a special visit from Dr. Oblivion.
Hopefully we'll have some
Ooh.
special visitors. Victims, I mean visitors.
You never know.
You never know. That's gonna
Anything
be a
could
great
happen.
time. Yep.
And I think we need to go through the archive because we have
Oh, absolutely.
DS106 Radio's archivist here.
Yeah.
So we actually might be able to pull up some archival pieces.
Yeah, we have
That'll be
And
great.
actually, the question is, and this was what brought up, is how do we go and reach out to the people who are listening or we know who've been part of them and bring them on to the telethon?
Mhm.
So you don't really have to worry about calling in as much as we'll be calling you. So we'll be
can't hide.
finding you. And as we ramp up to 106 contributions,
You'll probably want to stay by your phone.
Yeah.
Your devices.
or you might just want to get off the internet on Monday.
Right.
That's
You might
your
want to
other
go
choice.
unplugged.
So, when you,
We know where you work. We can call you.
we have people.
We actually
We're
know how to
sending-
use landline telephones still.
We're sending agents down the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in other words, we're not going to expect you to call us. We're just going to expect you to sit back and enjoy the show and possibly win the special privilege and prize of getting called by us and being put on the radio.
we'll be calling you. Oh, we're watching you.
What about this
Absolutely.
this alleged Uber archive thing going on?
Oh, the Dark Archive.
The Dark Archive. Yeah, what's the story
I don't believe
with
it,
that?
man.
I
I'm a
don't
little
know.
bit shocked.
No, yeah.
It sounds like a rumor.
There might be There is some questions that the PST has been taking liberties with our. I mean, I can't look. This isn't proven yet. I got some people on the line, but the PST is taking liberties with our freedoms.
With our freedoms.
Our freedoms, like what gets recorded, what doesn't.
Well, is it everything?
Like I said, there's a dark web, there's a dark archive that may even be greater than your archive.
It's like the black box of DS106
and
Radio.
Let's be honest here. If we're going to question the ethics of whoever set up, and there's some question about who did really set up DS106, whether it was Graham Potter or someone else.
Well, I heard a rumor that actually Graham Potter is just Hank Soda.
I think all bets are on the table right now.
Like, Graham Potter might not be a real person.
We are going to have to investigate on Monday.
But it raises the question also, if they are archiving everything we've ever done on the radio, the other question is, what do we do when random people, who won't be named, just archive things that they're listening to? Does that raise,
and then play it back for you?
Does that raise similar ethical issues? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's listen to the time that you were talking to those students.
Okay. It's interesting.
As an example.
We were speaking last night, and she's like, you know what? I have that whole thing recorded. And I actually do want to hear that. Because they turned me on to the whole fuck yeah Tumblr thing.
Yeah, I have that recorded. Because
And,
you were telling them that you were the original hipster before it was cool, and I just thought that was so funny.
And you're saying that unironically?
Yeah, it was like, he's really saying that. I was a hipster before it was cool. But that's what hipsters say.
Right.
Which shows you just how old gold I am.
Real deal, baby. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. Like, I didn't even realize I was being ironic. You were like, how could you say that and not be ironic?
Yeah, totally.
Because if you're a hipster, a real hipster like I was back in the day, you wouldn't follow what the hipsters after you did.
No, because
that would be antithetical to everything you believe in. It's like,
I wonder. Well, so the kids who came, you were telling them that you were like the original hipster, and they weren't really buying it.
No, because they needed to be schooled. They weren't buying it. They built a Tumblr about me. They were buying something.
They're buying Jim Groom.
They were buying me because I was the original hipster. You understand that? There's this deep connection.
We're not getting anywhere, folks.
No, I agree.
No, they were fun. And they're actually in a class that we're going to have another DTLT Today show about making infographics.
Cool.
And they're doing that for Jeff McClarkin's The Age of Information class. And they did both Charlie Rocket and Modern Selkie did some amazing infographics. I'm really interested in following that up.
Have they MacGuffin them?
Yeah, they didn't MacGuffin them. They were actually real infographics.
Nice.
So what else? How about you guys? You asked me how I think Bavastock's going. Alan, Giulia, how's Bavastock going thus far?
It's fabulous. I drove all the way down from the north. It got, more deep south as I came through the hills. And as I got further away from Canada, the gas just kept dropping in price. It was phenomenal. Huh? Yeah. I mean,
really?
Dropped like.
It's free by the time you get to Georgia.
They were just just giving it away basically.
I heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
That's interesting.
Friendly people, lovely town.
Virginia's got cheap gas.
It does.
Yeah.
It's coming out of the ground here. Bubbling gold.
Well, I'll say this about the black box of DS106 Radio. We will be continuing our conversations about this here, and it is definitely a topic on the table that we're all concerned about.
We're on some leads.
And I will be putting my significant amount of former experience working for the NSA to the task as well, to see what we can unveil about this mystery.
I think our freedoms are in jeopardy.
Yeah.
I mean, I do believe that. But on another note, I mean, while we're talking about the PST and possibly some of their egregious, attempts on our freedoms, you might want to also talk a little bit about that music we heard coming out.
Wow.
What was up with that?
If you want to call that music.
Yeah, was that Grant and Jason?
I'm not going to name any names.
Oh, okay.
But that was Grant Potter and Jason
Oh,
Twelmore.
I'm glad.
And Nicole was there as well. And they were out at a sleepy jazz club playing some sleepy jazz.
That was a sleepy cast.
It was sleepy.
They were leading up to a snorecast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were leading up to a snorecast. We happened to be partying down, so I actually turned off DS106 Radio PST.
Wow. You
and DJ
turned off
and
the
became
radio
the house
on them.
DJ for our little crew right here.
And you lifted it. I mean,
And
we
I
were
did.
dancing at that
Yeah,
point.
we were dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's video. I was on a scooter. Like,
You might have seen a crowbar
The
in action at
crowbar.
some point.
That's
Crowbar
right.
did come out.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we had to take it back.
The shovel.
We had to turn it off and take it back. So I'm very interested to see what the PSD and their colleague from the MST and his goat might or might not be bringing to the table this evening. And just so you know, we've got the Russian mother
on our side.
She's in our corner, and she's local.
Oh,
not the Russian mother.
Right.
She's in Jersey.
She's in Jersey. She's in the elite sleepless time.
Yeah, she's in the EST, and they're probably gonna roll in tonight.
Yep.
Awesome,
man. Yeah. It's hard to beat EST these days.
It is hard to beat EST.
And really now it's like Fredericksburg's the center of the world.
It is. The
epicenter. That's not very.
It
doesn't happen very often.
The epicenter.
It's the epicenter of
and
the
that's
world.
what happens is you get a critical mass in one place, and we change the center, and so we become the center.
Right, like Vancouver was.
Exactly. Sorry.
Although there's word that the PST is going to sanctuary.
We don't know.
Unconfirmed.
Yeah, unconfirmed.
It's unconfirmed word. I actually think that little nugget was planted there just to give them some sort of something to hold on to, some piece of hope.
Remember,
a ray of light.
Not less than a year ago, I remember you and Little Noise Professor cozying up on that PST for life.
I never said that.
No. You probably never said for life because you don't say for life for anything.
I love the PST.
But how does it feel to be over on
I'm a part
rebels,
of the EST.
The light side.
The elite sleepless times.
Oh, so yours is Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly.
So it's
we
only
don't adhere to these, not these conforming time things where we have to go to sleep at some
point. The only
point.
reason I became EST is when Giulia named it that. And I was like, I can get behind that because you can take that wherever you go.
That's right.
So for me,
at first I was just Ontario.
Right.
I was just, I took the whole province because I was the only one in Ontario. But then all these other Ontarians came and they're like, "Oh, am I part of that?" And I was like, "I don't know. You're not up when I am, so no." So I'm gonna have to be just like the entire time zone.
It's me.
Yeah. So it's me and Gina.
Right. Ontario does take up a lot of space. You, Stephen Hurley, Andrew Forgrave.
I only broadcast when it's quiet. I don't take up any space. It's usually just I'm broadcasting to myself actually most of the time. And Darcy listens because you guys are all sleeping still.
Hey.
And
or you're working.
Up?
Darcy's at work and he puts it on. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
We have it on.
I got to give a shout out to MST for that. You don't have it on. I watch. You don't have it on.
We have it on sometimes.
Evan's birthday is this week.
Oh.
Happy birthday,
Hey,
Evan.
happy birthday, Evan.
Now he can play the video for him and he'll see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aww.
So here's what we're going to do.
It's cute.
We're going to close this one out, though we can keep the thing open. But we're going to keep that. Is that it? We say everything we want to say about Bavastock?
We talked about
everything about the
telethon.
telethon?
Telethon. Stay tuned to the
Monday.
radio.
Monday.
DS106 radio.
All day
long. And for little sneaky peeks of what's going on behind the scenes at the DS106 radio telethon, keep your TV streams open as well.
That's right. So, take care. DTLT Today.
Peace. Oh my God, I have to fart so bad. Oh.